Yep.
All right, Shannon, what's going on? We're gonna pick confinement. How you
what
doing?
What it do? What it is, Pete.
All right, introduce yourself and give a little background about yourself and your upbringing.
My name is Shannon Jordan. I'm 35 years old. I am from Atlanta, Georgia, born and raised. And here I am.
All right. Can you let us know what was the charges that got you confined?
Armed robbery.
Were there any factors or incidents that took place before your arrest?
Nothing that, like getting in all the trouble, whatever, but mentally, from my mental stability and being angry and not caring is what, brought me to, when you don't care about nothing, you don't care about nothing. So if a situation comes up and you're introduced to it and you not thinking and using your mind due to, the way you're feeling and your situations of in the streets, you just don't care, you you just down for whatever.
So what age were you when you got confined?
I was 20 going on 21.
Okay, so was there any incidents or things that some people, they be like, it was things happening, it was like a head-on collision, it couldn't been prevented? Was you in that type of situation where it was just something bad was bound to happen?
Yes, because I was out in the streets, didn't have anywhere to go, pillow to post, felt lack of love, just angry, went through a relationship that had expired due to other reasons. So basically all of that, it's never comfortable on the street. So, of course it's going to bring you to depression and all these type of feelings. So, that was the move for me. Mm-hmm. I just came up with, I used all those emotions and basically turned it to anger and I don't care.
Okay. So you just basically heartless at that point.
Exactly.
Okay. Could you describe your day leading up to the arrest and what was your state of mind?
Just living in the streets, just, faking it to make it. Basically, just in the streets, pillar to post, going here, smoking weed, doing everything that I should have been doing. But, and one day, I was with my homeboys that hang out at a certain spot where we used to smoke weed at, and he just came up with something and was like, I seen this spot, it's a jewelry store, mm-hmm. and nobody normally be in there, like they got a lot of money, a lot of, good jewelry or whatever, and I was like, shit, I'm down, like I said, I didn't have the right mind, so I was just down for it. I was never a robber, and I never robbed anybody, but that wasn't my life. Yeah, I might have was on the streets, but like I said, due to my mental stability, I had the anger and I don't care attitude, so I was down for whatever.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So you said you was in the street and you wasn't a robber, so what was you doing to like get money to like maintain?
You sell a little dope, you sell a little weed, whatever you could find, some boots, some clothes, Okay. Any means necessary.
Any means necessary to get some money.
Yes.
Okay. So that particular day, can you go back? Can you remember that particular day when the police came and got you? Where was you at? What was you doing?
Actually, my little sister I had kept promising my little sister to take her to the store. It actually took like a month and a half before they caught me. So, I was, my friend Shirley, she let me duck off at a place. But again, I say it was my birthday time. So, you're young, you want to come to the streets and party, enjoy yourself, not thinking about what I did, or thinking about how serious the crime was, you know, and so, you know, and thinking about how many haters I got out there.
And then time had passed, so you wasn't really thinking about it.
About the situation.
Okay.
So I was willing to come out. Plus, I told you I had kept telling my little sister that I was going to come see her and take her to the store. She was about 10, 11. So then I made it where, you know what I'm saying, I told Miss Shirley, hey, it's my birthday. I want to go back to Boulevard. Drop me out. Because that's where my plantation was.
Yeah.
And so she was like, all right, you know, you get caught. You know, you done did all of that. You get caught, you on yourself. You know what I'm saying? I did my part, you know. And so, you know, so anyway, I got out the car or whatever. And then we had slept in. My homegirl had just moved. So you might say that was a bando.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Empty spot. She just moved. She ain't locked the door.
Okay.
So we was sitting there, made that a little chill smoke spot, and we slept in there. But we left because the rent office people would come around in the morning time, so we would not want to blow up our spot so we could have it again. But at this point in time, you know what I'm saying, growing up, I had this old stud all on my back because of females, and I wasn't number young. I couldn't help that she had expired and they wanted me. So she was beefing with me about females.
Yeah.
So all along when I committed the crime, you know, they had Crime Stoppers out there.
Okay.
So Crime Stoppers, hey, they got money on the table. You know, anybody gonna go for it. So you don't know who gonna turn you in. They talking about 10K. You know what I'm saying? So I'm out there taking my sister to the store. I took her to the Family Dollar first, and she didn't see anything she wanted. So I told her when we got to the shower room, hey, pick some, because, you know, this is the last store. So she said, okay, and she got her little stuff. And then my homegirl, my little homegirl, Ashley, was right there with me. And all of a sudden, while I was in there purchasing my sister's stuff, I just started seeing unmarked cars coming from everywhere, just pulling up. And again, as I said, when I committed the crime, they didn't know if I was a woman or a man because I wore a hoodie and I had a mask on. So, you know, they didn't know I was little, big clothes. Yeah. They didn't know. Only thing they could tell was this tattoo right here. Okay. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So even when they whipped up on me, which the lady that I said
you had an issue with,
I had an issue with, trying to compete with me about women, you know what I'm saying? She called them for the Crime Stopper.
So she was working out.
Yeah, she was working at the laundromat right there by the Family Dollars. So she had, when she seen me, she called them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And they had already warned me on the streets, like, you need to stay away from here because she's planning to get you locked up. You know, because she was just that mad at me. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't back down to her because she was 100 years older than me. You know what I'm saying? So she didn't like that. So, you know what I'm saying? So after that, you know, like I said, I went to paying for my sister's stuff and they whipped up. And then they was in suits and stuff. And they had my picture. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, that is what got. So when they pulled up, they was like, hi. Now, Shannon, they knew my name was Shannon because they had ran in the rooming house for my co-defendant. And he ran away from him, but somehow he told him my name was Shannon, or either it was the lady that turned me in told him my name was Shannon. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Okay. So, after that, you know what I'm saying, I went in or whatever, and he said, this is you, and then he asked me my name and for my ID, and, you know, I told him Shannon George, and he said, you are arrested for armed robbery, and he said the name of the jewelry store on this day, and then, you know what I'm saying, he was like, try to take me to City Hall, and I was like, nah, take me on the jail. I mean, you know, you got it on tape, let go.
Yeah, ain't no,
It's no use. You gonna see, you see. Yeah. So he took me on down there, and he let me make a couple calls. I called my mom. My mom like, Shannon, what did you do? And I was like, Mom, I robbed somebody. And she was like, you know better than that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so like that, you know, I was like so furious then. Like I was just like, cause in my mind I was like, dang, I ain't gonna never get out. Because I did not know how steep that charge was. Because they made me a believer, because then the next day when I went to court, it was a man that killed somebody. He had got a signature bond, and they told me no bond, and no one died.
And
so I was crying, I was flipped out. You know what I'm saying?
So they was trying to make an example out of you.
Exactly.
Okay.
So then I went back. You know, they drag it for 2 more weeks or whatever. Put your court back or whatever, 2 more weeks. You know what I'm saying? And then I was like, in there crying and crying and crying. Just only trying to get a phone call. All kind of stuff like, oh my God, my life is ending. Why did I do the stupid stuff that I did? You know what I'm saying?
So how was life in accounting? You know, some people say that they feel safe or don't mind being locked up because they don't have to worry about bills or the cares of the world. So what would you say to that?
Well, when I first got there, I was furious because of getting caught. You know what I'm saying? But as time progressed, hey, I had a mat, soap, tissue. Like I said before, I was out there in the streets, you know what I'm saying, pillar to post. That's so uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? So I felt hold. I had somewhere to stay. But I still wanted to go, because who wants to be locked up? See what I'm saying? When you see the doors closed and they have their specific time of you standing on line for count, the food garbage, you know, you just don't want to meet up with that. That right there make you cry alone. You know what I'm saying? And so I had to do, like when they denied me, I had to find my peace. And I just read the Bible, you know what I'm saying? Because like I said, I grew up in the church, so I just started reading the Bible or whatever to find peace or whatever. And so after that, you know, shit, I just went with the flow. Okay. Hey, you in here. You don't know what's going to happen to you.
So you going to make the best of it.
Got to make the best of it. Hey.
So
stop all that crying, but I ain't going to lie, I cried there. I'm a good year. Every time, like, and then it was like, this is how God works. That's why I would never have a closet religion and hide the God I serve. Because he will, like, when I got in there, he sent some of the people that I hung with in there to pass through or to even do the time with me. And it was a miracle. It was like amazing. Like, I couldn't believe it. You know what I'm saying? And so, like, you know, so when they would come in and they'd be like, Shannon, what you doing in here? You know, Rob, I was like, man, I did the stupid stuff, you know, but then I started crying. Ooh, you know what I'm saying?
Well, at least you're keeping it 100 though. You know, some folks going up and like, I ain't do nothing. I just straight.
I wasn't acting hard. I was just, boy, who was crying was me every time I think about it. To the food, to being in there. Like, get me up out of here. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's what happened.
So, what strain or effect did it have on your family and your loved ones?
Well, you know, I couldn't get in contact with them, so I don't know, but I'm pretty sure it affect them. It affect them because, I mean, I'm locked up, so of course they care.
Why you couldn't get in contact with them?
They didn't have any money on their phones or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? So I couldn't get in contact with them.
All right. So for the people that don't know, when you say money on the phone, what do you mean by that?
When you're locked up, you have a certain amount of minutes that you can be on the phone. But in order to be able to make a call, your people have to go through a service for whatever county you are in, and like put money on the phone for like a 15-minute call, a 10-minute call, but you have to pay for that. Okay. Yeah.
So you just can't, you know what I'm saying,
you just
have
can't
a phone, Wi-Fi, and just call straight through.
No, you can't just go in there and dial a number and go through. you go hear what you need to hear, and that's put some money on there. Right.
All right. Could you afford a lawyer, or you had to use a public defender?
I had to use a public pretender.
Okay, pretender.
Yeah.
So why you had to use the pretender? Well,
because first of all, I didn't have anything stored up as far as funds, anything, and I didn't have nobody. I was by myself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I had to deal with what they sent me.
So with you knowing that you didn't have nobody or no funds, so it didn't even cross your mind by getting a paid lawyer, correct?
Well, of course, I felt like I would hear the people tell me about it. Like, if I had a paid lawyer, it would be different for me because that was my first time being locked up into that, that bad charge, and they will get me out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, more than a public pretender, because really, in actuality, a public pretender is... They work for the DA office. They all work together in that courthouse, in that jurisdiction.
Okay.
So he gonna tell them what I tell them anyway.
Okay.
So if I'm telling them I ain't did it, and then he come visit me, he the public pretender, and I tell him I did do it, he gonna report that to them. So then, me going up that line gonna catch me in my stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said in the beginning, it was no reason to lie because it was recorded.
Okay.
So they were to see everything. It was on camera, on tape.
Okay. So did you go to trial or you took a plea deal?
I took a plea deal, but before I took a plea deal, they, in Fulton County, I advise you, and I'm not telling anybody to do a crime, but don't do a crime, because when you are in Fulton County, you are to be dragged, meaning that, hey, we'll set your court date maybe for another year and a half.
Yeah.
So, like, I was dragged in there about 2 years, and like I said, I still had the street mentality, so I was still bad, you know what I'm saying? I didn't care. I was still, fighting and talking junk and, getting locked in the room and stuff like that all day long. You know what I'm saying? Because they didn't have a lockdown. They would lock you in the room, you know what I'm saying? And so I was still like in that motion, and then like I said, when they get overcrowded because they had only one unit for women's, they had started paying other counties to keep us. So I went to like DeKalb County for 15 months.
Okay.
And towards the end, I stayed in lockdown about 3 months. It was 23 hours and 1 hour out. And I got into that because I got to fighting and just all kind of crazy stuff. And so they called Fulton County like, look, y'all paying us a house, so whatever y'all gonna do with her, y'all need to gonna do it with her. Because she is wrecking our place. And so, one day, I guess they called them in the middle of the night. They told me to pack it up. I went home back to Fulton County, and then they were like, oh, that means you finna go to court. Mm-hmm. Plus, they didn't want me in Fulton County no more because I done wrecked there. And they like, I was in these in the court. So that Wednesday I had to go to court, and it was for sentencing. Like they when they first tried me, they tried me saying 30
what?
30 years.
30 years for the first time?
Off
the real?
Yes. That man was saying, like, they were trying to scare me. They was like life, and then they say 30 years.
He was trying to put the boo game on you to see if you were going to go for it.
I was like, no, ma'am. Yeah. I ain't stupid.
Yeah.
I ain't shoot nobody. You even drag me like that, brother.
Yeah.
So I said no. So then it went down. It went on 15. So what he said was, because my charge was armed robbery, and what made it armed robbery is because my co-defendant had the pistol. We had the pistol, but he shot it, which make us party to the crime. Okay. We had a pistol too, but we didn't use it. We just pointed it to get the items. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? So he used it, and actually, you know what I'm saying, like I said, when he was putting the people down, he shoot on the ground because them people was in the store like, hey, this is all we got. You ain't gonna take our stuff. So he was about it. Like, that dude was like, So he talking about get down. Dude like, no. Like, basically, you gonna have to kill me. So what he did, he tried to spook him. Mm-hmm. He shot towards the ground, but the bullet ricocheted me, and it touched nobody else. I instantly started bleeding right here. So that's another reason why I thank God, because he saved me. I could have been dead. So, hey, swap out from dead was jail, prison.
Okay.
See what I'm saying?
When you got hit, was what did you do? What did your co-defendants do? Did y'all get out of there or what?
No, we couldn't deal with none of that right then. But I seen it, so I was like, damn, bro, you hit me with this shit. I actually thought I got shot because you know what I'm saying. It tore my sweater up.
Yeah.
And went in there, but it went somewhere else. You get what I'm saying? So what we was doing? It was an older lady in there, and she was crying like, I don't want to die. And I was like, damn, you know, you have conscience. Especially when you're not really a robber. I'm not a robber. So she in there, she's about 80 years old. She's working with her son. And she's saying, you know, I don't want to die. And immediately, my conscience came to me. And I was sad. Like, damn, but you got to perform the art. Because, hey, you don't want your co-defendant to kill you. Because you might look like, hey, you going to be the one to tell. So they're going to off you. It can go left. So you need to keep it going. Yeah. You got to keep, you know, doing what you got to do because that's what's in front of you.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So all I said was, I said, look, we're not going to shoot you. Just open up all these, open this register, open up the drop box, and go to the back and open them up. We made sure they didn't have anything back there as far as phones and shit to call the police or whatever. So we had bags, we packed the bags up, we got all the jewelry from everywhere, watch everything. Big bags and stuff. I'm talking about big bags. Big trash bags and stuff. Got all the money, whatever. So he still got it. Now, whole family in there, too. They little baby and 2 people in there they trying to buy. So, you know, they on the ground, too. Yeah. Scared. So, at this time, we done got everything. How we moved back, we got the pills. We backing back to go out the door. The car in the front. So, we right there. You know,
is anybody in the car?
No, he the driver.
Okay.
And us two gonna hop in.
Okay.
You feel what I'm saying? So when we backing out the door, you know, I run to get in the back seat, put all the stuff in the back seat. They go in the front seat, go in there. We immediately speed out. Speed out to this department where he knew this, I guess he sell drugs to these people. And they already knew the lick or whatever. So we was able to leave the car there, get everything out of there, and go to their house and leave the pistols and stuff in their house. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So what we did, we called a taxi. You know what I'm saying? We got the stuff, called a taxi. Immediately, police, as you heard, police, helicopter, you just hold it all over. Like, I was just spooked all in my stomach. Like, damn, what the hell I did. It was like a set it off stony. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, say it loud.
Yeah, that what type of stuff it was. So we in the cab, we telling the cab, and now you can hear all this stuff like armed robbery, the people that got in the yellow cab, whatever. So we wasn't that far from our destination. So the cab dropped us out right there. We hurry up and go on in the spot, put the stuff in there, you know, chill. We hear all the police cars, the fire, you know, the fire truck, everything around. And so, you know, they had a breaking news. And baby, when I see me,
immediately they had you on there.
They had front and tape. Remember?
Oh yeah.
They had all us in there performing on the news, everything. It was a breaking news, and I seen me, my partner, we in there. I'm like, come on, y'all need to roll up, cause this shit is spooky, like, you know. And then we had to talk. We pulled a split. The nigga played us out a lot of the stuff, really. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Money wise and the jury. He really played us, so really, you know, what we got, we really went, we probably had more.
More, yeah.
You know, and so we started talking, we smoking a blunt, and we talking, everybody go your own way. At this time, I'm like, shit, how to play this off? We change the clothes, everything like this. I got to get on out, so I go to a whole nother side of town, you know what I'm saying, and try to duck off. I told you that the people, you know, they was thinking I needed someone to stay, so they was messing with me in the wrong way, which led me to call my friend and be like, look, I know you see me on TV because I was on all Atlanta news stations every day, you know what I'm saying? And so, you know, she was like, why did you do that? You so stupid. And I'm like, I wasn't thinking. You know what I'm saying? Just keeping it real, what I went thinking. You know what I'm saying? I just agreed to it. It sounded good at the time. I went thinking, and I do not like what I did. Yes. But here I am, so can you hide me? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And she like, yeah, meet me at that train station, whatever. So I had my little things and gather. And you know what I'm saying? And I met her at the train station. Like I said, you know, I would go to the back seat. And I'm going to tell you this now, you know what I'm saying? Conscience is a mug. Every human being has a conscience. So, like, because I did what I did, and I know that it was so hot out there like that, I would get in the back seat. But every police car I seen, I be like, oh, he watching. Oh, he watching. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm spooked. I'm thinking everybody see me. Now, say it's a block party, and I'm out there. I'm still thinking that everything's stopping. They can just see only me.
Yeah.
It bothered you so bad. I was like, damn, I just need to go to jail. You know what I'm saying? I just need to go to jail. So I was like, shoot, whatever. And so, you know, I continue to hide, and here go that birthday. My birthday come around, I'm young. I'm trying to bring the 21 in now. Feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, turn up.
6 days for my birthday. You know what I'm saying? I tell her, she said, hey, I helped you. She let me go. Plus, I promised my sister to take her to the store. Yeah. So then we go back to what I was saying. Right now.
So by how long do you think it took for y'all to commit that crime? How long would you say y'all was in there for?
I'm going to say we was in there less than 5 minutes.
So less than 5 minutes gave you 10 years to the door.
Less than 5 minutes gave me 10 years to the door.
So could you describe the process of transitioning from the county jail to prison? How was that?
I hated the county. So like the county is more closed in. So it's gonna let you know what you did. It gonna let you know you really locked up. Because they don't have like open doors where you can go play basketball. It's just a county. You're locked in a small little unit with maybe like 40 people. They do count time, they feed you, lock you in. Yeah. And the timing had changed too, because where I was at, they had started locking them people down. Top out, bottom in, top out. You know what I'm saying? So basically you weren't coming out but about 4 and 5 hours a day. So they had started drag session, you know, which led me to depression, mad, crying, ready to go somewhere to start acting up. So then, you know, like I said, I went to that other county that I was housed at, which was the Cobb County. And once I got there, you know, I'm fighting and all kind of stuff. And they like, you're not even from our county. So I guess they called them. And, you know, after I was in 23-hour lockdown for about 3 months, they, you know, decided to give me a court date. And after the court date, they immediately shipped me to prison. And so when they were shipping me to prison, I was happy because the people were coming back from prison say that you're like a little better. You got to be locked up. This you're like prison.
Prison better than the county.
Right, because it's more open. You know what I'm saying? You out there on the field. You know, there's a lot of things that you can do. Okay. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah. So I got a transfer and... Honey, I you know how you look at stuff on TV, they be yelling in your face. Yeah. That's what happened when I went in the gate. Okay. You know? So
you went to, just like I went to Atlanta, right?
Yeah.
So
went to Metro.
And for the people that watch and don't know, if you haven't been locked up in your female, Metro is like the female version of Jackson for the dudes in Georgia.
Exactly. So what we did was when you come in, you got them all rushing out.
Oh, man.
In your face. Inmate, you're an inmate now. You're no longer Shannon Jordan, you're inmate Jordan. You know, all in your ear. And you just like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then, man, like, look, bitch, you better get up out my ear if I punch you. But then you see that little searching right now. You ain't gonna do none of that, you know? You gonna go with the flow, you know? So what they said was, you know, they were saying they knew what your charges were, so they were lining you up. You had to stand in actually like a planted feet that they had planted on the concrete. And you had to remember a cadence that they gave you. And if you did not remember the cadence, you couldn't pass to even go get shaken down to get delighted and switch to your jumpsuit. Until you remember that little short cadence that they gave you. You know what I'm saying? And they kept saying it because they kept saying, we'll be here all night until you learn it. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, I learned my part. Yes, sir, yes, sir. You know, whatever we had to say. Yeah. And going on to the back.
So they was acting militant. What you saying?
Yes.
Military.
Yes, they were acting very military, and you had to really remember the cadence to even go to the next level, which was not a good level, but you know, to get through going on in prison. Mm-hmm. And when you go, once you pass that door, it's so degrading. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
It's so degrading. Like, you just get butt naked in front of everybody, whoever in there, and you squatting and opening up your butthole, and you're coughing to make sure you don't have anything stuck up in you in front of all of them, and they're watching you.
Yes.
And they're pouring light spray all in your head.
Yes.
And you're in the shower with all the women, and they're pouring, you know, and they all next to you, and they saying you got a certain amount of time because this crew got to get in. So they give you your jumpsuit and your t-shirt and your stuff that you're going to have for the dorms. And they basically like enter you in. And just know that when you come in, they know your charges, because it was different people in there for different charges. And they were like, and I heard some of them saying you can't shoplift here. You won't be going to Macy's no more. You know, I was hearing all of that. I was like, oh, that what you here for?
So tell the people, the females that don't know, you got the pretty hair, dreaded up, knotted up. When you come through Metro and you got it in there, they will shave your head bald.
They will shave your head bald. If you come through with hair weave, braids, dreads, whatever you have in your hair, that is not your real hair, and you can't take down so they can go in it and look in it to make sure you ain't got a razor, try to go in there and cut their people or anything, they will shave you bald just to clear it out. And, you know, that's degrading too.
Yes. You
know, to change your appearance.
Yes.
You know, and they don't give you time when you wait, because you know you shouldn't even had it in. You made it all the way through the county. The county was supposed to tell you to take that out. So they cut you up and shave you on out.
Yeah, and tell them, like, you don't have no choice. When you come through there, if you got it, it's finna go. Yeah.
It's over with. You had a chance when you was in the county.
Alright, so can you talk about the cost of living being locked up? The county cost versus the prison cost.
Well, the county cost, as far as, it really ain't no cost, because, like, you know, you of course, you like what you like, but they gonna give you some soap. It might not be the soap you like. They gonna give you some toothpaste, toothbrush, you know, hair shampoo, stuff like that. It may not be what you like, that bald marker. You know what I'm saying? They gonna give you something, but
it's a travel size, right?
Yeah,
correct?
it's small travel size. Make sure you can't make shanks and banks and all of that out of that. So, you know, but and that's both places. You know what I'm saying? They gonna give you tissue, there's something to sleep with. You know, they gonna give you undies, bras, socks, t-shirts, comb. You know, they gonna give you all of that. But you're gonna want what you use on the street probably, that's what they call commissary.
Okay.
So you're gonna want your commissary, which you have to have support, meaning from the house, you have to have them to put money on your account for you to fill out a sheet to have you. I should have one today, but I used to keep that so people could see the things we could purchase, and they have all the good women, you know, your tampon, they give you that too, but you know they have grease and you know what things that you may use at home for your body, and they have different foods that you may want more than you would want from the child house. Now the food is not all that good, cause you see huge me now, and if you see my pictures, they was little me. You know what I'm saying? So it's not healthy food, but it's something to hold you so you won't starve to death.
So for the females that watch it, what if they be like, I don't want to use this travel size soap, and I want some chips, I want some, you know what I'm saying, something to drink out the stove. So tell the people how much you can spend a week and what they have on the store that they can choose from to buy. Okay,
so you can spend $60 a week. Okay, what you can get 12 noodles. You can get 5 bags of chips. You can get two of the Debbie's, boxes of Debbie's. You can get a Kool-Aid and a couple sodas. You might get 2 candy bars. But whatever you get, you can get. They got deodorant, they got lotion, they got toothpaste, they got all ladies product, all men's product, powder, everything. You know what I'm saying? But it all has to equal up to $60.
Alright, so how much is a pack of noodles? Before you got out, how much was one pack of noodles?
12 cents. And in prison, it's 50 cents.
Yes.
It went up tremendously.
Okay. So, can you describe a typical day in prison? How is the treatment from the officers and the inmates? Describe a typical day in prison, being locked up.
Okay, so when I did my entry as far as Metro State Prison, I was in diagnostic. Diagnostic is when you first entering in, they have to test you, you know, medically, mentally, physically, all of that. They have to get to know you by doing all the tests and stuff like that. If you need a mental health counselor, if you need this, you need that. So you're basically in diagnostic, which you have on the same white jumpsuit, and you do that for, it takes up to 30 days, and it can take less than 30 days. And then they are able to classify you. You may be classified as medium, you know what I'm saying, minimum, medium, and maximum. When I first started, I was medium because it was on robbery off rip. So, you know, starting off, you march. We used to have it. We used to have to march. You get out. Everybody have to do everything together. So we had a cadence call. We go outside and they start saying, attention. They just say, C unit, attention, stop. And then they say, left.
All right,
left,
so back to the military stuff again.
So it's like you're going through boot camp. You go your left, right to the left, to the right, you left. Then everybody got to say the same thing. And they're going to have like 2 CERT team besides you, making sure you saying it, or you're going to get in trouble. You know what I'm saying? So you do that much, like I said, either 30 days to less. And for me, I didn't do the whole 30 days. So I came into, I think it was G building. We was in G building.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We was in G building on D range, and that's how I met Miranda or whatever. And we got shipped at the same time. Like I said, they have to classify you, and so they classified me medium and her medium, which made us have to get shipped to a whole nother prison, which was called the Arrendale State Prison. And that is a big prison that holds almost 3,000 females. And when you go, and they have A unit, B unit, C unit, and D unit. But when we first arrived, so they can do their little diagnostics and put you in the brown suit, we had to go to D unit, which was upstairs, like a little 1-cell lockdown for a couple of days while they interviewed us for a day or whatever till they got everybody clear. And once they cleared us in their where they think we should be, where we will work out at, they put us in units. Well, me and Miranda, we went to B unit, building F2, and in that unit, in B unit, it has 6 dorms, which is G1 and G2. Each dorm has 96 women in it. 2 men to a cell, 3 sessions of TVs, a hot water, and it's a big dormitory. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you see 96 women every day, all day. But when me and Miranda went in at that time in like 2010, they were having fun. They had red car, they had movies. Yeah. You know, we played basketball. They were even smoking cigarettes there that you could buy off the store. They were having a good time. But by the time I got out of there, it was doomed for punishment.
So for the people that's watching, they were like, all right, so you in the dorm with these females. The folks that watching and curious, is it going down with the female? And the females is they hunching? Is, you know what I'm saying?
They hunching, punching, and all. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, like when I was in, because this how it was, and me and Miranda got shipped on the same day. But the whole time that I was at Metro State Prison in the jumpsuit, trying to get transferred into the system, you know, they have like people that is in GP, which would, when we went to Lee Arrendale, is what we turned into GP, meaning general population. They were looking at us. We was marching, but you know, you're a stud, so they be looking at you, trying to get with you. So I had a girl, you know, I used to, you know, when you were in diagnostic, you had to put in like work, like, so you may work in the kitchen, and you may have to wash the dishes, and or you may have to clean up the dorm, or you may have to sweep the yard. It was a detail. It's called detail. And my detail used to be in the kitchen, which the girl that was in GP, she used to watch me all the time. So happening, when I got shipped, she got shipped. So the same day, you know, Miranda, she another story. Her girlfriend was already at that prison. But she got shipped the same day. Me and the girl wasn't together, but we ended up in the same dorm. So as we started kicking it a little bit more, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I did something very stupid when I went in there. But when I got in there, I seen two people from my neighborhood, and they were just trying to warn me about what to do and what not to do and how fast they'll lock you down. So you know me, I still had my mind on respect me, I respect you. I wasn't thinking that, hey, all that go out the window. It's gonna be what these folks say, and that's what it is. So when I came in, they were like, hey, you got me doing all of those bad shit. You got to listen to these people, you know, and they warned me. Then, you know, they got me in trouble because there was a lieutenant there. And he started yelling. He yelling real loud. Get to your door, all in my ear. And I'm like, look, bro. You know, I was angry because he yelled at me like that. I was so mad. I wanted to fight. But I went on to the door, you know what I'm saying? And so, you know, then, you know, I was like trying to act like I was trying to be good, so I wanted to go in prison. They be having like a good sister dorm or whatever. So I was acting like I was trying to change my life, knowing I wasn't even ready and wasn't there at the time. So I got to the tried to get to the honor dorm. They put me in there, and that was C unit. C unit, you got like 10 bunk mates, you know what I'm saying? It's an open room and 2 men to the bed, but it's like 10 of y'all in there. And so, you know, I seen a bunch of them. Then I felt like I was lost because the people that I came there with were in the dorm I was originally in. So I done signed up for that, and I didn't know that they were going to pull me that fast. And then me and the girl had started talking, and she was left there, and then they wouldn't let me go back to that dorm. So I started, you know, being unauthorized and shit, and I ended up in lockdown, basically, 2 days before I get there. And so when I got out, you know what I'm saying, they moved me there, and, you know, they moved me to G building. And, you know, so it was like, you know, when you trying to have lovers, you either going to be in the dorm with them or you're going to be chasing. Basically. You got to go out every lunch call. You got to go out every time they say Rick. You got to go, you just got to beat the field down. But
these females, you know, being locked up, I'm telling you, they worse than the dudes, right?
Oh yeah.
They having more females than they changing their underwears.
Oh yeah. Like they in there, hey, they got about 3, 1 in this dorm, 2 over there, and 1 in that water, man. You know, I followed suit in that. I did something like that, you know, a few times. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I ain't gonna say I realized I was wrong, because I did it every day till I got out, and I had to learn how to, you know, how to be dedicated with, you know, female. They be so many in now, and they don't care if you got a girlfriend, and they be just checking for you, and they don't want to cook you something, they don't want to be in your face right here, rub your leg, you know. So hey, you feel like pimping, get you one, you know. So I always had me a bad one, you know what I'm saying?
So for the females and the people that watch it, they was like, are there women in there that when they be on the street, they only mess with dudes, but they get in there and they mess with women in there? Is that true?
Oh my God, you call them net bag gangsters. Meaning that they are only there acting like a boy and like they are gay because they want to be able to survive, basically like survival mode in prison, meaning that, you know what I'm saying, you got a girl, hey, I look like a boy, they gonna be trying to get my little store, so so let me get you what you want on your list, you know what I'm saying, and I talk to you and we get to know you, you know what I'm saying, that's that bad gangster. But when they at home, they like dudes. It's a lot of them. I have seen some look like men in that mug, and since I've been out of prison, baby, they got the skirt, the man, and babies that they have had. And I'm like, whoa. Look. What go on?
I was telling my homeboy, when I first hit Alto with going to Chow, I looked up on the hill, I was like, I thought it was an all-female prison. They were like, it is. I'm like, well, who them two dudes is up there? Exactly. They were like, them female. Yeah. But, you know, they had the whole goatee, the shades, you know what I'm saying? One of the girls looked like Shiloh.
Remember that light skin one? Yeah. You talking about? I know. They had the long hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but
I know exactly what you're talking about. But they get out, they just pretend. They be playing the system because they be trying to, you know, survive in there. They really don't be gay, but before they years or months they gonna be in there, they gonna live in there. So that's what they do. But you know, even though that's like disrespectful to the LGBTQ, you know what I'm saying? Because you know you have people like me that come in there. I already was like that before prison, jail existed, and that was me. You know what I'm saying? And they come in there and they just do what they do just so they can eat, because hey, they folks ain't looking out for them. You know what I'm saying?
Alright. So you saying that these females, they not getting no commissary, which is they ain't getting no money on their book. So exactly. Basically, they eating pussy and to survive is what you saying. They eating pussy to survive.
Eating pussy to survive. That's what they do.
So that's how it's going on. So
they eat pussy to survive.
If you're a female, a woman, and you don't want to eat pussy to survive, don't get locked up.
Don't get locked up, because that is not the move. Because when you get in there, and I'm not going to say that every female, because it's like I said, it's 3,000 people. Some people know they ain't gay and they don't even go that way. You know, they be cool with you and still don't even go that way. You know what I'm saying? You got some of them, you know, and they just be cool with you because they just be cool with you. But most likely, a lot of them in there is that way. But if you don't go to prison, then you don't have to worry about somebody telling you, hey, the only way you gonna make it in this motherfucker is if your folks ain't down with you. You better put on some big ass pants, big shirt, and braid your hair to the back, and goddamn throw yourself out there, basically. Basically, like, hey, don't they know you the munch man? Hey, they trying to get up on, hey, you got a bad, baby, what you want? CC orange drink, fruit punch Kool-Aid, 12 noodles, and the chip, what you want? You know what I'm saying? Hey, he gonna do it just for that. Just to eat. It's survival meal. Again. So
if you're a Pac-Man,
basically, you're a Pac-Man. Meaning you gonna munch on anything. You don't care. Be 12 girls and then as long as you get that bag, you gonna eat them. You know? Then that's what you do. So, yeah.
So, do it be going down like, is females getting their head busted? Is they getting cut in there? Is they getting stabbed in there? Let the folks know what's really going on.
Stab, cut. Man, I watched a fight in there getting their skin tore off their face. It was a girl in there, they just got talking about the simplest thing. A spade game. A spade game for a noodle, a ice honey bun, and a CC drink. And the girl said she wasn't gonna pay her because she was cheating. They know how to cheat too when they be flipping the card.
Yeah.
You know, you got your fast movers. You know, when it's gambling, it's heavily gambling in the prison. You know what I'm saying? You got so many tables of 4 people that can fit at the table. So it's always a spade game on. You got the one that do it every day to be the cheater. So what the girl said, she wasn't gonna give her that. So hey, it was almost lockdown time. Lockdown for prison during the week is 11:30, and on like Friday, Saturday is 1:30.
Yeah.
Then Sunday night you go back in at 11:30 to start the week off. So you know what I'm saying, on them night, you know, you got everybody bringing they stove bag out, because you might end up winning their stove bag. You know what I'm saying? So okay, so you know, gambling. They was gambling, whatever. It was late. It was almost time to lock it down. They at the table. All you hear them keep arguing, keep arguing, keep arguing. Name was Shay, and the girl named Khadijah. Then we about to go in the room, my room by their room. Shay like Khadijah, you know, she was very young. So she young, so she like to fight. She be in there fighting. And Shay like to fight too. But she was like, I'm not finna fight you, little girl. Because Shay, I heard no look at these be here. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Throwing them thumpings. Yeah. So, you know what I'm saying? So she said, I'm not going to fight you. So Shay went and got that hot water. Now, in prison, in order to cook your food, you got a hot spit. I'm talking about, I don't know what type of degrees it is, but it's hot. Yeah. If you touch it, it'll take your skin up off you. So Shay went and got that hot cup of water. And she was going towards the room. Khadijah, they ripping her up. She young and about 19. Then they ripping her up. So she tried to swing on Shay. Shay did just like this. The cup, skin came all off her face just like this. It just automatically turned white and red. And I was like, God damn. So then all the police came out the bubble. Lock it down, lock it down, lock it down. So we in that lockdown in the room. Khadijah screaming because, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. She got scalded. You know what I'm saying? That was one incident. Then I seen it was the big girl.
You remember she got a pinky chopped off?
Yes. Yes. Yeah, it was the big girl in prison. Oh, he was Mac Daddy in the prison. They say they call him boss in the prison. Call him, you know, Bunny on the street. So if a nigga call you Bunny on the street, that's your name. You know, you can come to prison thinking you boss, or you gonna meet Boss Chevy. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I ain't seen no house yet, so we don't connect. So you got him in there talking, always be trying to talk junk. You got a little girl, a girl named Chastity in there. She see him. They in there arguing. It's about something. I don't know what they arguing about. But she was like, she even to play with him. She went and got that razor. And he was all popping there. He be trying to rush her. She skipped him right down there. That thing opened up just like this. Skeeted out everything in there. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. So when I tell you about prison, I can tell you more stories. But just know, people putting locks in socks. They getting ones in rooms. Yeah. They busting head. They scalding you. They cutting you.
They jumping.
They jumping you. It goes down in prison when females in prison.
Yeah, let them know.
It's just like me in prison. Only thing, the difference that I have seen that is different from a man in prison is men don't be doing all that talking. They able to get cell phones and weed and cigarettes. Women are treacherous. They talk too damn much, and that's why I did my prison sentence with my people that know I mess with them. They know I mess with them. But no, I'm not just with my girlfriend because I ain't have time. Motherfucker rubbed me wrong. It's a one. You know what I'm saying? With me. Yeah. I don't care about lockdown. That's how I live. And so that's how I presented myself so nobody mess with me. And I was with my lady. That's it.
Yes.
You know, so you got to pick how you operate in prison. You know what I'm saying? So they won't deal with you. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever.
And it's always something every day because the women are catty. So it's something every day. Yes. Something every day.
And there's always officers that may be even younger than you that, you know what I'm saying, we'll go for the okie doke and try to bring you some cigarettes, but it'll be that girl be jealous instead of trying to get some out your pack and let it keep flowing, then go tell the CERT team so they can come through the back door and shake the whole dorm out and find all kind of chemicals, onions, sugars, shit that you don't supposed to have that's called contraband.